All right. Try to get things started.
You can't run from the Most High. Some say if you don't flee, then you gon' die. How you gon' leave if your spirit not right? He been hurt too many times. He been tossed left and right. Don't know which way to go. Rolling stone. Wherever he laid his head down was his home. They tried to count him out, ooh, they was wrong. Didn't listen, didn't have a pot to piss in. Young and always playing victim. Feel like everyone's against him. Trying to get it, chasing money was his mission. Bumped his head, stuck in the system. Cannot flee without permission. Live and learn, bad decisions, bridges burn. Stay patient, wait your turn. Same story for us all. You can't run from the Most High. Some say if you don't flee, then you gon' die. Flee or not, been on his mind. Why leave if you don't repent? You can't hide from all them sins. He tried his best, but he gave in. Flee or not, flee or not. Should he flee or not? Flee or not? Should he flee or not? Should he flee or not? Flee or not? Thinking of his moms, he don't wanna leave. Thinking of his daughter, he can't leave his seed. Thinking of his wife, what about his family? Trials and tribulations, please don't be deceived. He locked down in a cell. He feel like everybody left, ain't no one there. Nobody really cared. Truth or not, flee or not, I pray you repent before you die. So much been on his mind, he need that spirit to give him life. Maybe he is me, maybe he need your advice to go and help him see. Put down the material things, pick up the Bible and read. Get around some love and get away from the streets. Gotta think about it, maybe he is me.
Causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand, or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
They try and vaccinate black people. Got me blocking the shot like Shaq Diesel. Know you heard of the woman and of that eagle. Fleeing from the dragon in the book, we are that people. 400 years a slave, I am that Hebrew. In the last days with the pole, I am that lethal. I'm just trying to get it right with the right plan. Crackers trying to put a mark in my right hand and my forehead. Can't buy and I can't sell, and I can't breathe, can't yell and I can't smell. COVID-19 in the air while I inhale. Am I in hell or America? I can't tell. Is it Babylon the Great or another game? Cause when you been here this long, it all look the same. We still made it to the end, look how we took that pain. After they took us from my land and took us from my name. Ashamed in the kitchen, breaking like Ben Simmons. But now I'm on repentance. Don't know how many chances Yahweh gon' give him before he get done with him. So I keep pole, that's Bible and gun with him. Middle finger to Joe and whoever that run with him. 400 plus years, it only been one victim. And so I keep the Hawks trade with the Nate with him. It's only 12 tribes and I'm at the gate with them. We still can't breathe, but the wickedest man can. The next time they see me on my knees, I'm an aim can. If Torah can't fix them, then I promise the flame can. Shooters all on the floor like the Warriors game plan. Cause freedom not free and charity not cheap. So I know how much they charging them niggas that's like me. No bargains for the ones at the bottom, we all suffer. So I'm only looking out for my brothers. Chef talk, cause it's a big difference between righteous and right. The brightness and the light, a massacre and a fight. I'm asking you with no mask on, I'ma come after you. They stole our blood covenant, crackers gotta be Draculas. Put us in them chains when they brought us over from Africa. We still in them chains from San Quentin to Attica. Still wearing their names, no wonder why they not mad at us. They divided the 12, mathematics ain't adding up. Knee to the neck, a bullet to the chest. They got me in the locks for money, power, respect. They got the game locked, I'm wondering what's going next. And I'ma rep this to the death.
Yeah. It's Jacob's time now. Yeah. Right. Get it. Yeah. I was at work when I wrote this. I got my mind on the kingdom. I gotta stay focused. We gotta give them the hope of Mashiach, cause I know they feeling so hopeless. Babylon about to pass away, so now I'ma give them they roses. The revelation won't be televised. You see the roar burning in my eyes. The word of Abba got me energized. Most of my people, they still hypnotized. I feel like Elijah, go and pick a side. 400 years we've been compromised. Telling the truth to get you out the lies. Like what the world, he won't let it slide. He won't let it slide, no. He won't let it slide no more. His people not done away with. No. New weavers coming back to him like a yo-yo. We Israel on the inside and out, so let your soul glow. Rise up, Israel, get your eyes up. You gotta be chosen for this walk, you just can't sign up. Oppressors better own up, cause we knowin' that they time's up. This isn't a phase, only my Abba can make my mind up. Take us time, yeah, take us time, yeah, take us time. Renew your mind, yeah, renew your mind, yeah, renew your mind. Yeah, take us time, yeah, it's take us time, yeah, it's take us time, yeah. It's take us time, yeah, renew your mind, yeah, stay on the grind, it's right, yeah. Was on the road when I wrote this. I'm on the road to the kingdom. I'm praying the lane will stay open. 2 hands on the wheel, hey. In the most high I be hoping. Yes, I rely on his wisdom. So I'm casting my burdens, I'm open. It's almost that time we gotta get through. I see how your time, he tryna recruit. Step on the beast, his head I will bruise. Time to put cleats on all of my shoes. Time to go deep just like a masseuse. I got the keys, I read it in loot. Christ is inside when you in the truth. Kill my desire, cause these are the fruits. He giving me drive, my body's a coupe. Yeah, we on the rise and we cannot lose. Yell and repent, cause that's why I'm sent. We close to the end, what side would you choose? Dawn in my flesh like I got a rose in my hand. How can I fall off? He got my soul in his hands. I leave it behind, I'm so beyond the storm. Riches in heaven, I'm monetized. Enemy plot, I got a weapon, cause the Bible I'm reading is my device. I roll with a mob who live in heaven. You don't want it with squad, ain't nothing nice. His wisdom divine, it's so ironic that I took out 11 and now I rise. Yeah. It's Jacob's time now. Yeah. Rise. Get it. Yeah. It's Jacob's time now. Yeah.
It's our time.
All right. Wait, we pull it up. Alright. 1 second. I want to do like that. All right. So we just waiting on her to pop up. Coming up. She's coming in right. She's setting up right now, and then she's coming in. But anyway, must say a couple things to about this channel and stuff like that. So after this live stream, let me see so you hear me. Okay, yeah. After this live stream, all my Night Commandment podcast is gonna go into a separate YouTube, simply because it's just a case, because there's a lot of stuff we talk about on here, right? And some things, it's a possibility that it'll get flagged. Now, I haven't got flagged for any of my Night Commandment podcasts or anything like that, but certain topics that we bring up might not be quote unquote I guess good sometimes for media or whatever. But cause we speak about scripture and stuff like that. It's you know, the politics and religion and stuff like that. They really don't like deal with it like that, or they might flag it down. They might say watch this, or you can't say this, okay, say that. But The reason why I'm saying that, I'm gonna put it on a separate channel. When I put it on a separate channel, I'm still gonna have my Night Commandment podcast on here, but I'm gonna do it live strictly on another channel, which I made last week. Night Commandment podcast. So after this, I'm gonna put the video y'all see y'all streaming now is gonna stay on this, but it will also be sent to my new podcast. She's supposed to come in. Sophia Stewart, she coming in. I got a lot of questions. Some of the brothers supposed to come in and ask their questions too. So it's a lot of stuff that's going on. With what happened with her particularly. She's coming in. We just trying to wait for her to set up. But yeah, I got a bunch of questions, and she used the Bible to for some of that stuff. So we're gonna talk about how she came up with the story, and also how did she get to where she at now. And we're gonna talk about the lawsuits. We're gonna talk about what the time frame she used it, what people was involved. She's also was involved in some TV shows with Janet Jackson. She was the writer, and yeah, we was gonna get into it. So we just waiting on her, and just waiting on her. Let me see if the traffic can hear me. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. Put it in the waiting room. Make host wait. Actually unmute. Okay, he got to unmute. Actually unmute. Okay, he got to unmute. But anyway, yeah, we just waiting on her. It's a lot of stuff that's going on, man. A lot of stuff going on. And it's telling me like a lot of the movies y'all see, is either you came to try for us.
Oh, that's why. That's why I was muted.
Yeah. I muted you because I didn't want you got your.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I muted you into the video. I didn't want y'all to show your background and not I say background and stuff like that, but I didn't want nobody to see it yet. Hey, how you doing?
I'm gonna grab a drink and I'm ready.
All right.
Hello.
Yeah, you can hear me? How you doing?
Yeah, I can hear you. Fine, excellent.
Yes, the moment we're waiting for.
I've been waiting myself. I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
This is wonderful.
So,
Glad you have me.
Look, I want this is one of the questions, right? If y'all watch the Terminator, look at her glasses. Look at her glasses, right? And she told me this.
I
I remember
had some Aldos that are really Terminator glasses, not these.
Yeah, because
you should have told me. I would have brought those. And
you fine. No, I was just getting an example. Like if you look at the movies, a lot of people took that image from you.
I created it. Yeah, I created the wearing black, the Matrix and Terminator.
Yes. So
the red and blue pill. I'll be back.
Yeah.
The dialogue.
we got plenty of questions about that.
The binary codes, the logos, the 1 and a 0 raining down, all of that.
Mm-hmm. So here's my first question personally. All right, so I remember you just looking at little information about you. You went to you took the New York State Board of
New York Regents. They're called the New York Regents.
Okay, yeah. New York Regents. So what age you were when you took it or went to go take it?
Well, let's just put it like this. Mm-hmm. When you're in high school, what age are you when you're in high school and you don't do high school and it's 3 or 4 years of high school?
Right, between 14.
Yeah, and
14.
Exactly, and you go to grade school and elementary and grade school, junior high, whatever you call it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that I took the New York Regions and I skipped those grades and got the diploma and went into college and got the degree. I got a degree in journalism, a double major in law and psychology, USC, University of Southern California, and City University of New York.
Oh,
I had lawyers, some of the most brilliant minds, famous attorneys to teach me law, not college professors, but got it from the horse's mouth, some of the most famous lawyers. And I'm really good. I'm really a great attorney because of them.
Are you
know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Um. When you went to university or USC,
Yes.
what was your major in that?
I got a degree in journalism, a
Mm-hmm.
double major in law and psychology.
Mm-hmm.
I studied to be a lawyer and a doctor,
Mm-hmm.
but I was already a professional writer. I was writing from grade school when I was in seventh grade, 11 years old. I've been writing since I was 11 years old, a master writer.
Okay.
My first teacher was a college professor that taught writing over at the college level.
What's the guy you was under when you went to the college there? What's the guy?
What guy was I under? What under for what?
I think he was like for the movie. He did like a big movie. I don't remember the name. Leon, was it Leon?
Leon Roth.
Yeah.
Leon Roth was one of my teachers and mentor over at USC. His son was the screenwriter Eric Roth.
Mm-hmm.
R-O-T-H. Leon, Leon Roth. His son was the screenwriter Eric Roth that wrote Airport 79 and won an Oscar. My work won, baby work, The Matrix and Terminator, Third Eye, Matrix and Terminator won 4 Oscars. But his son won a Oscar for Airport 79. He did Benjamin Buttons and he did Forrest Gump. His son.
Nice. I read a little bit about you. You did stuff with Janet Jackson. Can you explain to people how you got into it, and then what's the end results to it?
Yeah, I did Janet Jackson's first feature film, screen feature films. I've known the Jacksons for over 30 years. I met them in 1980 while I was at USC. I was at USC from 1979 to 1983.
Oh.
I lived.
Uh-oh. I don't even know what happened. Hold on. What happened? Oh, I know. Oh my God. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I think when you use Zoom, it just cuts. That's crazy. This is why I like using new programs. Zoom, I think, had a time limit. Hold on, let me get this. Let me get this right. I guess I gotta send the code and stuff again. Hold on 1 second. Participant. Yeah, she just texted me too. Yeah, I think this is why I don't use Zoom. This is why I don't like using Zoom, because it's time. 1 second. I'm gonna get it right back in here. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. What should I do? Let's go to do a song right quick. I'm gonna get it right back in, y'all. 1 second. That is crazy.
You can't run from the Most High. Some say if you don't flee, then you gon' die. How you gon' leave if your spirit not right? He been hurt too many times. He been tossed left and right. Don't know which way to go. Rolling stone. Wherever he laid his head down was his home. They tried to count him out, ooh, they was wrong. Didn't listen, didn't have a pot to piss in. Young and always playing victim. Feel like everyone's against him. Trying to get it, chasing money was his mission. Bumped his head, stuck in the system. Cannot flee without permission. Live and learn, bad decisions, bridges burn. Stay patient, wait your turn. Same story for us all. You can't run from the Most High. Some say if you don't flee, then you gon' die.
I'm coming, y'all. It's the Zoom thing, man. Okay, I'm about to send her right now. We should be back in like a second.
Flee or not, flee or not. Should he flee or not? Flee or not?
I gotta send Charles
Should he
one
flee or
too.
not? Should he flee or not? Flee or not? Thinking of his moms, he don't wanna leave. Thinking of his daughter, he can't leave his seat.
Alright, she should be back.
Thinking of his wife, what about his family? Trials and tribulations, please don't be deceived. He locked down in the city.
Hey, glad to be back.
Like
I
Ain't
don't
no
know
one
what it
there.
just cut off while I was speaking.
Yeah, this
But
is the Zoom time thing. It just crazy. That
all
Zoom.
right, I'm gonna go back to what I was talking about
Mm-hmm.
with Janet Jackson. Like I said, I've known the Jacksons for over 30 years. They are the ones who discovered me.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Jackson and I went to I think it was the 2015 Oscar Awards, Academy Awards, and we were interviewed on the red carpet and together. And Joe told the media that the Jacksons were the ones who discovered me.
Mm-hmm.
I did Janet's first feature film scripts in the 80s, 1980. And so I had a long association with him.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been writing for a long time. I was in the Los Angeles Sentinel, June of 1981, where they say Sophia Stewart is going to come out with the first Black science fiction, the first of its kind, never before ever seen on a movie screen.
Mm-hmm.
And that the superhero is dedicated, the hero of the story is a dedication to Muhammad Ali, who was a living Black hero. So our kids can aspire to become anything they want to become, including president of the United States.
Nice.
Now, Terminator did not come out until October the 26th, 1984.
Mm-hmm.
Matrix did not come out until March the 31st, 1999.
Mm-hmm.
These are the national releases of these movies. Now, they're one epic story. The Terminator is the prequels or the beginning of the epic story to the Matrix. Without the Terminator End Time Revelations, the Matrix doesn't make any sense because it's past, present, and future time travel.
Right. So makes it the question, right? So, how did you find out that Terminator was coming out? How did you find out? And then you were like, "Well,
I didn't know anything about Terminator. I didn't even know it was out or not. It was my work until the FBI.
Oh.
The FBI investigated the case. It's criminal copyright infringement.
Right.
It's counterfeiting. It's what Lil Nas X did to Nike.
Right.
Lil Nas X and Mischief Company and executives knew that Nike was a $1 billion public trading company, with people and dividends.
Mm-hmm.
And they knew that Nike did not belong to them. So they took the Nike shoe, alter it, and try to make it look like it's theirs, and sold 666,000 copies until they sell that money. It's like public domain until they sell those copies.
Mm-hmm.
When you sell the copies, then that's when Nike went after them and took the money. I did the same thing. I went after them and took the money. They can't steal Nike because Nike belongs, it's copyrighted and trademarked by Nike.
Right.
Matrix and Terminator is copyrighted and trademarked by Sophia Stewart.
Right.
My copyrights are 81, 83, and 84. February the 6th, 84. Do you see what I'm talking about? 81, 83, and 84. Terminator didn't come out until October the 26th, 1984. So It doesn't have any copyrights except the copyrights that I have. Okay. It's a derivative. It's just like I'm the mother and I have a baby and you go kidnap my children and sex traffic them. I'm going to come after the money. The kids already belong to me. Right. They're derived from me. They're in the hospital. I'm the only one that can give them a birth certificate.
Right.
I'm the only one that can give the movies a copyright. If you try to apply for a birth certificate, it's called fraud. It can be used against you, fraud and perjury. If they try to apply for a copyright or a trademark, it's fraudulent because it's under the penalty of perjury. That's the baddest ass law that you're going to experience. You go to the motor vehicle, you get a driving license, you use your brother's birth certificate. You're going to jail.
Yeah.
You get into a car accident, they're going to find out you never had a driving license.
Yeah.
That is a fake one because you committed perjury and fraud. And under the penalty of perjury, you're swearing under oath to the government that the facts that you put in there, the documents you put in there are true. If they're not, it's perjury and fraud, and they can prosecute you under the penalty of perjury. You're the witness against yourself. That's what your lawyers tell you. Do not talk, do not sign anything, do not talk at all.
Right. Okay.
Because once you talk and you sign under the penalty of perjury, they can prosecute you with your own words.
Right. So actually this how did they get that information? How did they get that
Well, I was looking for George Lucas, the director, to direct my work in June of 1981. I sent it over to 20th Century Fox because I saw Star Wars in 1977. I'm from New York City. It was showing in Harlem at the Apollo. We never saw it before. I was a kid. Went in and saw Star Wars, and hey, I said, wow, I could write a better story than this. Because Star Wars is the wars in heaven. It's about how Darth Vader, the devil, fell from the light side to the dark side, how he slew and killed women and children, a whole village of them. And he used to be a good guy, and then he turned bad.
Right.
So I wrote the opposite of what Lucas wrote. My story is the second coming of the Christ, because in Revelations it said the Christ was going to come back. And I thought about a science fiction story. What if he came back in the future and the machines, man versus the machines? Because what I wrote was the second coming of the Christ, the evolutions of consciousness, man versus the machine. So what if in the future the machines start dominating and killing and slaying God's children, the people? And we would need a Christ or hero to come back and take those machines out. So that's how the story was born in me. And I wrote a script, a copyrighted script, and a copyrighted book. And then I wrote several more books and scripts on Matrix and Terminator.
So I got a question. Where, like you just, how do you come into that story? You just, something that happened in your life at that time, and you just like, well, I'm gonna just sit down and just
what
do
happened
it?
in my life at that time was Muhammad Ali. I met Muhammad Ali in 1980. He was this great superhero. I loved, fell for him, fell in love with him or loved him. And he asked me to marry him.
Nice.
Come on, the greatest living hero. He's way older than me, but he liked young women. Go back and look at all his wives. Go back and look at all his girls. They're all young.
Right.
One of his wives was 17 years old when he married her.
Ooh. So
Belinda, the one they call Belinda Kalila.
Yeah. So
the Muslim girl. You get married first as a Muslim. Go ahead.
Yeah, I can hear. Go ahead. I can hear. Go ahead.
Oh, can you hear me? I'm sorry. Before you go into the Muhammad Ali, there was something that could I get your name again? You said
my name is Sophia Stewart. Sophia,
sorry.
like the movie actress. Sophia, wisdom, Greek wisdom, God's wisdom in the Bible. Stewart, like Jimmy Stewart, or a steward over somebody, like a king. This is what my name means. Wisdom and steward is wisdom or queen over. Stewardship over God's people.
I got the last name. I was just trying to remember the first name, and I didn't want to get your first name wrong. So, Sophia.
Yes.
So you had mentioned something regarding the lawsuit, not the lawsuit, the copyrights. So, and this is one of the questions I really wanted to ask I'm gonna try to frame the question in a very straightforward manner.
Okay, excellent.
They don't have the copyrights, correct?
No, of course not. Anytime you counterfeit, now listen to me. Stop for a moment and we'll look at Lil Nas X case. Lil Nas X, the rapper who took a copyrighted trademark Nike. He already had knowledge that it did not belong to him. He already knew, and so did you. If you bought a pair, you should go to jail because you knew that Mischief, the company, and the executives of that company, which is a shell company, and Lil Nas X did not own Nike. So why are you buying stolen goods? Why are you buying 666,000 copies of stolen goods when you know that Nike's been around for a long time?
Right.
So if I tell you that I already had copyrights in 1981, May of 81, 83 and 84, and Terminator did not come out until October the 26th, 1984. Well, what does that tell you? When you look at my copyrights, the copyright's been there. The owner is already there.
Right.
Yeah.
And that work can be traced back to the copyrights, just like a kid. Like I had a baby in the hospital. It doesn't matter if you steal my baby. Doesn't matter if the baby is not registered. That bloodline can be traced back to the mother. So if you go and apply for a birth certificate, you're committing fraud with the government. You know, already kidnapped the kid and made money off the kid, but the kid doesn't belong to you. If they steal a DeLorean, say you got a DeLorean, at the motor vehicle, the DeLorean shows that it's in your name, that you own it. And say your friend go and steal it and go out there and make $1 million off of it. It's called the profits. That profits belong to you. You can't keep the DeLorean because the DeLorean is not in your name.
Right.
You already have full knowledge that the DeLorean is not yours before you committed the theft, before you committed the crime. It's called criminal copyright infringement. Go in and ask the questions. And let me give it to you because I'm an attorney. I do copyright and entertainment law, trademark, all of it. Criminal law, RICO.
Okay, so they never copyrighted it, and they made the movie.
They can't copyright.
No,
now listen to me. Now wait, let me just teach you. Just calm down. Let me teach you real quick because I already anticipating what you're gonna ask before you even ask. I'm the oracle. But let me teach you law. When you go in somebody's yard and you steal something, you already have knowledge that it's not yours. Am I right or wrong?
I'm not questioning anything you're saying. The question I wanted to ask you, trust me, you don't know the question I'm going to ask you.
Okay, ask me the question.
I'm not questioning whether or not you know law or whatever. I'm trying to figure out how they got around the legal system, because clearly
they didn't get around the legal system. It's called paying to stay out of jail. That's what it's called. What Lil Nas X is doing right now in Mischief the Company executives, they're paying to stay out of jail. They pay politicians. Let me give you an example. You heard of the guy Whitey Bulger? He was a criminal. He's dead now. His brother was a senator. His best friend was an FBI director. He was committing racketeering from all kinds of crime, but he was staying out of jail because his brother, being a senator, has a lot of power. So he was paying his brother. He was paying the director, but the director killed somebody, the FBI director. They have a lot of power. They put it, and the government was trying to get him and put him in jail. So once the director friend that he went to school with, the FBI director, he killed somebody and he went to prison. So he was out of the way. The brother, they made him step down. You can read all this. It's in history. They made him step down as a senator. And when that happened, Whitey Bulger went on the run. He and his girlfriend with a lot of guns and the money they stole racketeering, they went on the run. They went to Santa Monica and they were on the most wanted list.
Okay, so wait
a minute. The manager super in the building in Santa Monica recognized him, called up the FBI. He had a reward, because they all do when they're on the run. The FBI told the manager, they got guns. They don't want anybody getting hurt. Just cut off the power. And when the power is cut off, tell him to go into the basement and how to trigger it back on, and we'll be waiting for him because he won't come down there with a gun. And he did not. And that's how the FBI caught him, put him in prison, and they killed him as a snitch. But to answer your question, sweetie, all day long, Bertie Madoff, he's dead now. He died at 65. I think he was 60-something, and he got 150 years. He was stealing from the rich and the super rich. You don't think the rich and the super rich was telling the government for 20 or 30 years that this guy was stealing 20 and 30 billions and millions of dollars from them? They were reporting it just like me.
Hold on, Sophia. Let them ask the question fully, because it's a certain.
But I got to explain to the people, because it ain't about his question. It's about the answers to the people. But go on.
Yeah. Go ahead, Trapper.
But I guess instead of asking the question, I'll start off with what I'm trying to get to, and then I'll ask the question instead. So I'll work.
Yeah, let him get to it. Go ahead and get to it.
So I'm trying to get people who are going to listen to this podcast, because I've had conversations with people who argued about this regarding your work with the Terminator and the Matrix. And I argue with them, but if she has a copyrights, because the mainstream media or social media has it as you lost the lawsuit, they own it, blah blah blah. And I'm like, that's
Right.
impossible. Couldn't lose the law.
That's a crock of bullshit.
No,
They
but I
don't
get.
own anything.
Hold on,
Wait. No, yeah, no, I'm
hold on.
gonna get to you.
Yes,
But I want to
Sophia.
just answer one thing for you. It's a crock of shit, and people are going to argue all day long when they already know the answer to this. Look, I sell Matrix and Terminator. I make licensing deals, all kinds of stuff. I can't go out and sell no Apple. These people that are trolling on the internet is crock of shit. You go sell some Apple. Wait a minute. You go sell some Apple, you're going to get arrested. You go sell some Microsoft, you're going to get arrested. Some Samsung, some Gucci, some Nikes. You're going to get arrested. I'll be in the news. Arrested. You think these people are going to let me sell their shit and not get arrested?
Right.
Do you not look at what color my skin is?
Yeah, that's the thing. So I'm trying to explain to them. I said, but as long as she owns the copyright, like the only reason why these guys are even making the films is because they're using the media. They're not telling you the other side of the story. They had to have made a film with her in order to publish anything that they put out, because if she has a copyright, they can't make the film and they without her permission. And like, no, she doesn't have the copyright. And I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? You can
They're
look
retarded. The people are retarded. No, let me tell you, they're retarded. I hope they're listening.
Here's
You're
the thing.
retarded in America because guess what? I bet your ass won't go and sell no Matrix and Terminator. You'll find out then if I'm lying or not.
Right.
Oh, that's the way you need to put it to them.
Well,
Let's put it to them straight. Go on.
Here's the thing. First of all, the majority of people in the West, or actually just the majority of people on social media, they have limited education. So
exactly,
the higher ups understand this, that some people are like, we have to educate the people. You cannot educate people. People have to want to be educated, so they educate themselves. If they don't want to be educated, you cannot teach them anything. You can.
Well, God tell you that. God tells them you have to seek truth for yourself. You can't get truth from following somebody or listening to somebody.
Right.
Go on.
The rulers of the world understand that, okay, since we know this is how people are, they can put anything on TV. They're at such a point now, they can lie on TV, social medias, and books, and the lie is accepted as the truth. And they don't have to worry about any repercussion. Even if you discover that they lied, people are so stupid that they just go, well, yeah, even though it's a lie, though, they'll try to justify the lie.
Yeah.
And you're like,
because you know why? You know why? Let me explain to you. What's your name?
My name is Triforce Johnson. Well, I'm going to change it, Johnson.
Okay, Johnson. Listen, Johnson. They put a lot of troll people there. A lot of troll blacks, a lot of troll whites, a lot of troll Jews, a lot of troll everybody to troll and control the way these people think and operate.
Mm-hmm.
This is intentional. They pay these people to troll the thinking of America. It's called programming. This is what Matrix is doing, is unplugging you from the programming. Right. You're programmed from the moment you come out of your mother's womb and you enter the school system. You get 12 years of programming. Now, when you come out of the Matrix, the womb, the Stargate, the portal of the mother, you have the knowledge of God. But the moment you get here, you're looking at billboards, you're looking at TV, you're reading magazines, newspapers, you're looking now with webcam, webinars, podcasts, all kind of social networks and media. Every day in your phone, you're being programmed to buy this, to buy that, to think this way.
I don't have a phone.
The movie called They. The movie called They.
I don't have a phone and I don't watch TV.
Yeah, because you know why? Because you're smart. When I was going to school, one of my college professors told us just what you just said. He said, I don't watch TV. And at that time, we didn't have cell phones. This was like, when I went SC in the 80s and the 90s, until later on, we got the cell. But back then it was, wired. Now we have wireless. But back then, you didn't have to be on the phone. You were out living and enjoying life. So nobody cared about the phone. Now, a lot of us didn't watch TV. I wasn't even watching TV. I didn't care about it. We were too busy trying to live and enjoy all the wonderful things that life had to offer.
Mm-hmm.
Now people live in their phones. They don't
Yep.
enjoy the parks. They don't enjoy the water, the sports, and whatever is going on. They live on the social network. They live in their phones. Some of them get ran over. Some of them fall in holes. Some of them die, all because they won't get out of the phone. I call it virtual reality.
Yeah, it's
They're
like
living a virtual reality life.
it's like stage one to virtual reality until they can get to the level of like how Star Trek has a holodeck or the danger room for the X. This is all pre-programming stages before they can get them to an actual system where they can get people conditioned to live that way. Because
Right.
here, like I live in Jamaica, right? And sometimes when I listen to some of the foolishness that happens in the first world, I sit there and I wonder to myself, like the toilet tissue shortage. And people would spend hundreds, thousands of dollars on stocking up on toilet tissue. And when it came down here to Jamaica, and they ran out to the supermarket and they bought up all the toilet tissue, I was like, where'd all the toilet tissues go? And there's like, people buying them. So I said, why? What's gonna happen? Well, just in case there's a shortage. And I'm like, of all the things you need,
They lie. Yeah, they lie to these people all the time. If you go online right now, you go on your email, you need to buy this food because this is coming. This disaster is coming. There was a man, if you go back and you look at the old black and white shorts, go back, look at the old black and white shorts, you'll see a homeless white man, and he's holding up a card that the end is coming. You know what I'm talking about? Like, the end is coming. Our world is going to be destroyed. Yeah, his world came to an end when he died. That's what happened to everybody's world. It comes to an end when you die. No, listen, this is really important. This is really important because they've been talking about this end time and this disaster and the nuclear bomb and blah, 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 blah. And people have lived their lives around these lies. And look, lots of people, go back and look, lots of celebrities, lots of people have died. And none of this have ever occurred except in movies.
Yeah.
Yep.
In fact, they use the movies to make people think that something is going on. Let me tell you something. I met some white directors and producers. And there was only one black one, but there was a lot of white ones, and there were directors and producers. They had some well-known names, Oscar-winning ones, and they wanted to meet me because Matrix. And they said to me, Sophia, did you hear in the news that the machines are communicating with each other now? They have started a new language where they know where they can communicate. You know what I told them? That's the old 1970 movie called Colossus.
Yeah.
I said, if you think I'm bullshitting you, you got phones. I say, Google the plot right now. They all Google the plot like because they want to prove me wrong. And I always tell people, when I'm talking to you, Google and listen to what I'm saying and Google and see it for your own self. They Google the plot for the old 1970 movie called Colossus. And right there in the plot, it says the machines are talking to themselves, that they've created a whole new language. Somebody took that out of the movies and put it into the news. And people ever seen that old movie, hell, they didn't know. They thought it was something new going on right now.
It's called Manifest Destiny. That's it.
It's called what?
It's called Manifest Destiny. They wrote it, and now they're just trying to play it out just for.
Yeah, but you don't understand. I can bust them on everything. I will tell people what movie they got it out. They're like, Sophia, how do you know this? My mom was taking me to the movies. She was a movie buff since I was a baby. I've seen old black and whites. I've seen silent films because that's my whole world, movies, because of my mom.
Right.
So and then when they saw the new Mr. Deeds with Adam Sandler, they were like, oh, this is a great movie. That's the old black and white one with Stewart Granger. I think that star. I would take people to Time Machine, H.G. Wells with Rod Taylor. I would tell them all these movies that they would be talking about, and I would take them and say, go look at that movie, The House of Rothschild, 1934. Go look at, what I'm saying? I'm telling you. And they come back and they say, oh my God, Sophia, this is the Matrix. I say, yeah. They got you plugged into the machines.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the
Mhm.
machines are steadily distracting you and programming you. And people think that their skin is who you are. I say, your skin is not who you are. It is your blood. The blood. Who are you mixed with? What beast are you mixed with? Or are you mixed with the dog? Because it's bestiality. Are you mixed with the snake? Are you mixed with pigs? And you can take a pig vow. Are you mixed with sheep? Donkeys? Because in certain countries, Brazilian countries, boys have sex with donkeys. They rather have sex with a donkey than they have with a woman. Bestiality been going on a long time. They arrested a Mexican man for having sex with a cow. You can see the half sheep babies and half with the male human faces. You see pigs, the pig babies with penises and everything, hands and stuff. Dogs that look like dog babies, because my sister worked in the hospital and she saw the real dog babies after a woman had them. People have been having sex. It goes all the way back when Moses went to get the law of God, the 10 Commandments. He was gone for a long, long time. He wasn't gone a month. He wasn't gone a week. He was gone for years. And when he came back, and you go look in that movie, 10 Commandments, you see that golden calf. There wasn't no golden calf back in days. Back in that period, spices ruled, frankincense and myrrh, ginger, garlic. It was the spices that was the money back in there. They were worth a lot of money. But you see the golden calf, that is talking about bestiality. When you look at the devil, what does the devil have? He's got horns and he's got cloven hoofs. What is that telling you? It's the beast. Let's go to mythology and let's look at the Minotaur. Look at the Minotaur, half bull and half man. Let's go all the way back up to ancient Kemet, or what you call the motherland or Eden. And let's look at the jackal head man, Anubis. Bestiality has been going on for a long, long time. Let's go into the Bible and let's see the two lineages. When you go to Genesis, Genesis is no word. It's an anagram for two words, Genesis. Turn it around, is is, Genes, is genes. And what genes is Genesis talking about? The two lineages that Eve was having sex with a reptilian. And what was a reptilian doing? He was walking upright like a man. And who was the baby? Cain, raising Cain, chaos. And what did Cain do to beast? He killed his brother. What did he do? He killed his brother, Abel, right? And then Seth came on and carried the lineage. But Cain had the mark of the beast on him, bestiality. And his lineage carried the bloodline of the beast. So every 100 generation, every 100 years or 50 years, kids are born with monkey tails. Kids are born with tails, all kinds of tails, bestiality. Now you guys need to wake up here and smell the coffee and look at who the devil is. The word devil is the Ebonic word for the evil. That's all it is. D-T-H-E, or D is in David, the evil, ebonically. Man versus the evil. And what is the evil? The secrets that man keeps from each other. The distractions that keep you in the matrix. What did God bring the word, the matrix, the womb, talking about the woman's womb? We don't come out of the ass of a man. The man comes out of the womb of a woman.
Right.
So no Dr. Frankenstein is going to create any matrix. He's not going to create any estrogen to go through your body, manufactured through your body for 9 months or 36 weeks for that baby to be born. You're not going to have any feeding tube called an umbilical cord. You're not going to have any breast milk to feed the baby. So why are you lying? What is the lie for?
The lie is to go against God. So because the
lie is to keep you in darkness. The lie is to keep you in a circle. The lie is to keep you distracted. The lie is to keep you from seeing and telling the truth, because you can't advance here on earth or anywhere until you deal with truth. You're dealing in lies, you're going to stay in subterfuge. You're going to stay just like Cypher in the Matrix, knowing that you're not eating you're eating mush, you're not eating steak, but you love the lie, and you will die for the lie.
You know, so funny though about Cypher? Cypher reflects the average being on earth. They want to live in a lie. It's not
of course.
They want to live in a lie. They like it.
Well, because you have a choice. You choose where you go here. You choose what you do here. You choose where you go from here. Do you know what I'm saying? This is deep what I'm speaking on.
Hold on 1 second. For some reason, I keep getting this pop up on Zoom that says 10. I have 10 minutes left. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why Zoom doing that. I'm new to.
I know why Zoom is doing it because I'm giving out too much information. They have shut down people and everything when, information they don't want the masses to know. They want to keep the masses asleep. And that's Matrix. God created Matrix and Terminator to wake you up. Mm-hmm. That was the job of God, because he says, my people perish because of a lack of knowledge. One man becomes a billionaire because of what he knows. Another man becomes a slave because of what he does not know.
Mm-hmm. Right. So if it cuts off in 10 minutes, I'm gonna see you a link again. We're gonna come back into it. That's one of the reasons why we don't use Zoom, because there's always something crazy with it. But we use Discord, but we could keep going.
Listen, let me tell you something. All of this stuff is owned by man. Mm-hmm. And it don't matter if you're on Discord, live streaming, or wherever you go, Skype, they all are controlled by man.
Here's what you don't know, Reg. Bill Gates bought Discord earlier this year.
So I didn't know that.
Well, look at Elon Musk bought Twitter. Mm-hmm. He just paid the $44 billion. Like I told you, all of this in hell here is controlled and created by man, but they can't bypass God. I'm sorry. Right. God brought Matrix and Terminator to you guys to free y'all. That's why you don't see them threatening me. They can't kill me, because God told me I was Job. Job got the job done. Go into the Bible. You already know what you come here to do. You know how you're going to leave here, how it's all going to end. Nobody is fooled about why they're here. A lot of people are distracted and they won't deal with what they come here to do until later. Some of them have to come back again and again till they get it right. But you need to know that God is the one that gave the message of the Matrix and the Terminator to unplug you so you can make the best choices for yourself and that you don't have to lie. This all goes back to ancient Kemet. And by the way, slavery is nothing but sex trafficking. That's all it is. There was no slavery. The first indentured slaves came out of Newgate prison, came here to America. You guys need to know that. The continent Africa, named after a white man, is 8,000 miles from here. And you have to go through 4,000 ports for fresh water and food. There's no way you're going to bring boatloads of old rickety boatloads of people stacked on top of each other, defecating on each other and urinating, because that starts a plague right on the ship and everybody dies. But nobody gonna, right now, on a ship right now to Africa is gonna take you a long time and a hard time to get there. So you guys need to wake up on that mess, the slavery, and stop all these arguments and separation and divisions, because you've been told a lot of lies.
So here's my question. The Third Eye book, why do you think they separated the two stories and made it to two separate stories?
Because it's just like because anything. You see the Lords of the Ring book, the Lords of the Ring movie. Mm-hmm. You see the Maze book, the Maze movie. The Pelican Brief book, John Grisham, the Pelican Brief movie. The Firm by John Grisham, the Firm movie. A movie is only 1 hour and 36 minutes, no more than 2 hours and 10 minutes. That's a fraction out of a book, sweetie. If somebody's seen the movie and they know it's a book, it comes from a book, they're going to go look for that book. If they read the book and they know it's a movie made, they're going to go look for the movie. Right. They're going to see what's missing or how much was taken out of the book, or because you can only get a fraction on the screen. Just like you get your camera right now and go out there and start filming. Mm-hmm. Or you take single shots, they're called still. Or you do a short video, that's called a short. Mm-hmm. You only got a certain amount of time. If you got a book, it's only a fraction out of a book.
Well, here's why I asked that.
You can't adapt the whole book to the screen, sweetie.
Right, yeah. Here's why I asked this though, because when I read they kept taking out from the movie. Like I remember reading something about they had this amount of minutes and they kept cutting stuff out in order to, like, I guess, hide some of the things, or you know what I'm saying?
It don't matter. It don't matter. You can't hide the author's fingerprint.
Right.
You can't. It's called the protective expression,
Right.
and I teach people what that is.
Mm-hmm.
1 minute and 45 seconds. 6 seconds of you sampling music is going to put you in jail.
Right.
1 minute and 45 seconds out of a book is going to put you in jail, because that's what the protective expression. That is the fingerprint. That is not generalization.
Right.
Verbatimly, you see the red and blue pill in the book. You see what I'm talking about? You see the dialogue, I'll be back.
Mm-hmm.
You see, the characters, the graphics, the concept, the logo where the numbers, the 1 and the zeros, the binary codes raining down.
Mm-hmm.
The Terminator, wrapped in flesh, killed but cannot be killed. Come on, all of these are concepts that are 100 years ahead. And
Right.
when you saw the fourth movie that they came out with, it was garbage. It was regurgitation,
It was.
resuscitation of the 1999 movie. I let it happen because they offered me $30 million for the shooting script to the real fourth installment that's been read globally around the world. It's called Matrix 4 Evolution. The first one is The Matrix. The second one is The Rebellion or Reloaded.
Mm-hmm.
The third one is Revolution. The fourth one is Evolution, because they've evolved into now the hologram clones, greater threats, greater machines,
Right.
virtual world, virtual skateboards, virtual jail cells called virtual penal cells. Now, bigger drones, bigger clones, clones and drones that are driverless now, a clone airplane, or a drone, I'm talking about holograms, because we live in a virtual world now.
Right.
This is ongoing matrix that people are reading. A visionary work.
So
You can mimic people.
Mhm.
You can copy Michael Jackson's old step and Prince from 30 or 40 years ago, but you can't eclipse their work.
Right.
If they were alive, they're the only ones that can do that. Continue the work.
So can you explain to me how did they in 1999 they published and released on the same day of March 31st,
March
1999.
31st.
Yeah. How can they do that? Like normally doesn't it take a longer time for you to publish it and then release the movie? How do that work?
Publish means you're going to publish a book. You can't publish a movie.
Mhm.
A movie is called a release.
Mm-hmm. So
it's a film in can, and you can lay it in a can for years on the shelves.
Mhm.
But when you put it on the screen, it's called a release. That means you've released it.
So how did they do it in the same day? That's never
They
happened
didn't
before. Right?
publish anything. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's a lie.
Yeah, I'm saying I agree with you. Yeah, I
you
agree with you.
explaining it to yourself by what you're talking. Publishing is when you publish a book,
Right.
when you publish a paper, when you publish something physical.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't publish a film. Back in 1999, back in 1984, films were in cans. The can was sent to different foreign countries for distribution,
Mm-hmm.
being distributed. Distribution is how you make the money.
Right.
So you're distributing and you are releasing.
Mm-hmm.
But then publishing, it ain't no publishing. That is some media person trying to confuse people.
Right.
They always use
They
always
use a lot of people. They own the media. I told people, what is wrong with you people?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you know that when somebody owns something, they can put anything they want to confuse you?
Right. Would you say Triforce?
They use a lot of wrong words anyway. A lot of people misuse words incorrectly. And
It's called witchcraft. Listen to me. It's called witchcraft. It's called spells or spelling, curses or cursives. They didn't want you to learn math because you were going to be a co-creator with God. But if they whip your butt for learning that spells or spelling, they wanted you to cast spells. That's what they do in advertisement. That's what they do in media. That's what they do when you see subliminals, casting spells. Come on, you guys. You guys all are familiar with this. You've been knowing about this for a long time. How does it operate? There's only one thing going on here. You're either worshiping God or you're worshiping the devil, which is the evil. You're either practicing witchcraft and illusions, or you're going through God and being successful. There's nothing else going on here.
Right. Would you say?
There's nothing going on here.
Would you say Triforce?
No, I'm just agreeing with her. It's like a lot of A lot of these spell crafters, there's a modern word for.
See it cut off again. It's why I'm not about to. It's frustrating with Zoom. If I don't never use Zoom, it always get like this. So what I gotta do is I gotta do the same thing I did when it cut off the first time, right? So I gotta send y'all to the video. It's gonna do this as many times it's gonna do it as many times as we be on that. So let's go to a quick music video and I'm gonna send a link again to them.
Free and buy to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
They try and vaccinate black people. Got me blocking the shot like Shaq Diesel. Know you heard of the woman and of that eagle. Fleeing from the dragon in the book, we are that people. 400 years a slave, I am that Hebrew. In the last days with the pole, I am that lethal. I'm just trying to get it right with the right plan. Crackers trying to put a mark in my right hand and my forehead. Can't buy and I can't sell, and I can't breathe, can't yell, and I can't smell. COVID-19 in the air while I inhale. Am I in hell or America? I can't tell. Is it Babylon the Great or another game? Cause when you've been here this long, it all look the same. We still made it to the end, look how we took that pain. After they took us from our land and took us from our name. Ashamed in the kitchen, breaking like Ben Simmons. But now I'm on repentance. Don't know how many chances Yahweh gon' give him before he get done with him. So I keep pole, that's Bible and gun with him. Middle finger to Joe and whoever that run with him. 400 plus years, it only been one victim. And so I keep the Hawks trade with the Nate with him. It's only 12 tribes and I'm at the gate with them. We still can't breathe, but the wickedest man can. The next time they see me on my knees, I'm an aim can. If Torah can't fix them, then I promise the flame can. Shooters all on the floor like the Warriors game plan. Cause freedom not free and charity not cheap. So I know how much they charging them niggas that's like me. No bargains for the ones at the bottom, we all suffer. So I'm only looking out for my brothers. Chef talk, cause it's a big difference between righteous and right. The brightness and the light, a massacre and a fight. I'm asking you with no mask on, I'ma come after you. They stole our.
All right, this should be back in soon. This shit is like it's crazy. This is crazy. This Zoom thing. It's on a Zoom. They want you to pay. I don't know how much money because I didn't even look at it, but I never had this problem with other Zooms. When I do Zoom my phone, and we do like Zoom classes on Sunday, it never happened like this. So this should be in. It should be coming in back in. I think, did I send the right one? It should be coming back in, y'all. Oh no, this is the okay. Yeah, this should be coming in. But that's it. This is a Zoom thing, and that's why when I do interviews, I use Discord. Discord. It was doing this before we were streamed and everything. That's why I was saying people have complications. They'll have complications before. It's simply because of this. They give you like a time limit of Zoom. I don't know why. But I have Zoom on my phone. I could do it however long. Yeah, they should be getting it. And I'm kind of glad. It's doing this, so I can also chop the stream up. I can also go take the stream and chop it up, and then release videos like that. And but yeah, I'm just waiting for them to come back on. Yeah, it should be coming on. It should be coming on. I inboxed them. Let me see. This is why we use when we do our podcast. We use Discord. And what we're gonna do? What we're gonna do after this? We're gonna do like an after party. After the interview with Sophia, we're gonna go to Discord, and then we're gonna talk about what you're saying and breathe down some stuff. I'm just waiting on him to come back. See? I'm trying to make sure that if they got it or not. Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm back. Just
Yeah.
was waiting. Yeah, sorry about that, but they're gonna act ugly.
Well,
They
it's
just do not want this knowledge to come out. But God is the one that decides what comes here and what leaves or go.
yeah, it's
In Ecclesiastic, it tells you that God is the one that decide you're numbered from birth to death, and it's from Him.
yeah, it's I got Zoom on my phone. I have Zoom meetings on Sundays, and it never do that. It don't do that at all.
No, because you guys are asking questions that a lot of people never ask me.
Right.
And I love your friend there, Johnson. You guys are getting right to the nitty gritty, and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I really love it. The deeper you get to the truth, but
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna get some sparks from them.
Mm-hmm.
Because whenever you dig for the truth, or you dig deeper, you're gonna wake somebody up. They gonna come after you.
Yeah, I see. I see.
They ain't coming after me. I ain't worried about them because I'm doing the job I'm supposed to do. I'm here to unplug you.
Yeah. Can you explain? This is what I want to just about the Matrix, right?
Yes.
Can you explain what's the difference between the agents and the I ain't gonna say the real when they out the Matrix and the when they in the Matrix? Can you explain the difference? Because every time we say an agent,
Well,
is always a suit. You know what I'm saying? And in real world, it's
well,
like
because
rags.
Men in Black, because Men in Black, you agent meaning that you are just like somebody come to spy on you. That's agent means a spy,
Mm-hmm.
means somebody that's cloaking, meaning somebody that's not of what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And
Someone
so,
represents the system.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So that's all an agent is. An agent can be anybody. It can be a troll that comes in. It could be
Yup.
just like where they had around Malcolm X. They had all those black people to kill him, and what they did to Martin Luther King. People been trolling, and agents have been among us for a long time. I got a lot of them around me. God said test the spirit. No, I have them for real. And you don't think I test them and set them up? You better try again. I set them up.
So
Because let me tell you why. They're not going to send white people in to harm me because it'll be a race war.
Yep.
all right.
That's
Yep.
why they sent those black guys in to kill Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. You saw what happened with everybody.
It will always be our own. That's why in the community, we have a thing here in our communities called on code. You can tell who's an agent or not.
Right.
And a person who's on code, because let's look at it from their point of view, right? The way the agents have their own code, and they will always remain on code. No matter, even if the individual agent has to take the fall, they'll make sure nothing interrupts the narrative or the interest of the system. Even if they got set up by their own, they're like, okay, I'm gonna go down for this, but I'm not gonna blah, blah, blah. For instance, and here's a prime example, right? The sex trafficking, the prostitution, the whore shit, and going on. Whatever that lady name is, Maxina Jolene, the Jeff Epstein's assistant or whatever. Look at everything that Jeff Epstein knows and Gloria Maxine or whatever the frig her name is. Look what they know, right?
I think her name is Giselle or something.
Giselle, yeah.
Giselle or something.
Everyone knows what we're talking about, but they know, and even their enemies within their camp know they're gonna kill them in prison. Excuse me. If you're gonna die, why don't you just reveal everyone that's set up with you? Because they're on code. They're not gonna take down all of the people that was involved with what they do, because those people are a part of the system. If Jeff Epstein said, this guy, that president, this senator, this person, that president, that will crumble the system. So they stay on code, get in prison and get hung and killed. And you're like, damn, and they didn't rap? No. That's why a guy like Bill Cosby can
Well, he don't even have to be dead. He could be in a witness protection program and fake the death, because anybody can have a fake death. I mean, let me tell you something. Do y'all know it's not even against the law to fake your death as long as the law enforcement know that you faked your death? Anybody can fake their death. And a lot of people have faked their deaths.
So for all we know, Jeff Epstein could still be alive to this day.
Well, why would you listen to me? Why would you fix up your trust if you don't plan to be around? Why would you fix up your trust where you can get money anytime you want if you're alive or dead? I mean, you can use your common sense.
Well,
He fixed up. Well, look, he fixed up his trust.
uh-huh.
Right after he fixed up the money situation, all of a sudden he commits suicide. Come on now, that don't sound like somebody planning on. When you fixing up your money to get it, you know what I mean? Come on here.
Yeah, exactly. So they could have given the man plastic surgery, cut off his hair, give him a new life, new passport, Mission Impossible bullshit, send him to some other country and say, enjoy the rest of your days.
Well, yeah, you can make any kind of deal you want if you got a lot of people that you could harm and you bring down the system.
Right.
Because you got to realize he got a lot of important people's names. Him and that lady. And you know what they always said in the media when Al Capone, and let's go to Al Capone and the police commissioner, he would call up Al Capone. He'd say, yo, Al, we're going to hit 3 of your places tonight. Make sure you're not there because we got to make it look like to the public we're doing our job. You remember that? Come on.
Mhm.
The Untouchables. Don't you remember the Untouchables? You learn a lot from the Untouchables.
So that's how you know. That's how you know that who are the agents on our side of the field, right? So for like there are some people that I work with, right, and I can tell who's an agent or who's on code. A lot of times things will go wrong, and I already know. I'm like, you see, I don't have XYZ amount of resources to do XYZ, but for what we're trying to do with our people, we have to get this goal done. I already see who's going to set me up before it's being set up or whatever, but I'm on code. If I try to stop it outright cold, I'm going to destroy the goal that I'm doing and to destroy my own brothers and sisters who are clearly agents because they're not helping me. So I try to find a way in the middle where you're going to be an agent, you're going to expose yourself, but the goal is going to still get done and you're not going to stop me. And I always wonder, like, Malcolm had to have known this. King had to have known this because Marcus Garvey knew this. And Garvey, nobody killed him. He knew who the snakes were or whatever. The one guy.
And so do I. Mm-hmm. And so do I. I know who the snakes are. I couldn't have written The Matrix and not know who the snakes are.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So a lot of these guys, I always wonder, like, how can they not know? They have to have known, or if they don't, then they weren't as quote unquote woke as.
No, it doesn't have to be that. Listen, you got it all wrong. Malcolm X came to do a certain job. Martin Luther King came to do a certain job. They might have came to sacrifice themselves for that job. You see what I'm talking about? Maybe it was meant for them to go out that way as martyrs because the message that they carried would be greater. It would affect the people. You know, we all come here with a different mission and some of us are martyrs and some of us are not. Do you see what I'm talking about? So we don't know what their job was they're supposed to do. And I'm not taking them as dumb. I'm not taking them that they didn't know. I think they knew because they were very conscious beings.
Right.
Well, there's an interview.
Jesus was a very conscious being. You know what I'm talking about? So
there's an interview regarding Malcolm X where there was in the interview, he actually states that they're going to kill him. And he knew.
See? Mm-hmm. Michael Jackson was saying that too, because his daddy, the late Joe Jackson, told me that they had called Michael up and told Michael they were going to kill him. And Michael was telling the family because they give warnings and call people up and all that. Some people just never say nothing about it.
The Michael Jackson, all the stuff Michael Jackson had, it went to the mama first. Remember?
No. It never went to the mama. Those 2 lawyers got over it. McClain and what's the other one's name? One name was John McClain and John Braca. And Michael had fired John Braca, the white one. And yet the Jewish people put them over Michael's estate because Michael was more valuable dead than alive. Yeah. Michael's image made more money because you can control an image, but you can't control a live person. Yeah. So you're better dead to them than alive because they're gonna make more money. Look, Elvis' image made more money than he did living. And look, Elvis died at 44, I think, 40-some years old.
That's like
40-some years old is not very long on earth.
Right. That's
Yeah.
like record labels now. They put insurance policies on the rappers they bring up now.
Oh, they've been doing that. They
Right.
put Lords of London. They do that with J Lo. They got her butt insured, but it ain't no butt insured. They got some of them their voices insured, but it ain't your voice insured. Betty Grable, they had her legs. But what they're doing is just putting a life insurance on you. So when you sell your soul, they're gonna terminate you and get $10 million from Lords of London. They asked me to come. The cabal asked me to come and work for them. And in the contract, the first thing they had is a $10 million Lords of London insurance on me. I think I don't know about that. I mean, I wrote The Matrix and Terminator and think I cannot read and see what you're doing before you even do it. I'm the Oracle. The Oracle was created by me, myself. I put myself in my work like Stephen King, Spike Lee, what's his name, Stan Lee. We also, Alfred Hitchcock do that. Alfred Hitchcock was the first person to put himself in his work. We put ourselves in the work. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm a visionary.
I like how Trifle when you brought up Marcus Garvey. What they use another black dude. His name is R.R. Moulton. He the one who was over yeah, he
ball head one.
yeah he had the ball
Who?
and the we call it, how you say, the ball, Boule, the bowl.
No, the ball head one.
No.
He's
Oh,
on the
I'm not familiar with the ball head. You talking
Well,
about the boulet?
the I guess we call it boule, right? They have the boule and they got the black boule. They sent him. He was over the I guess the Tuskegee, the hospital, right? He was the black man over it. They used R.R. Moulton to get, I guess, to conflict with Marcus Garvey. If you look this up, he was also rewarded after the Tuskegee experiment. He was also rewarded that hospital, that same hospital they did the experiment on. He was rewarded. It was a black dude. R.R. Moulton is a black dude.
No, that don't surprise me because a lot of black people have reaped off of Martin Luther King's death. A lot
Right.
of black people reaped off of Malcolm X's death. You get rewarded. Come on, y'all know
Right.
that.
He got rewarded that hospital. The same hospital. He was ahead of the hospital. And after the experiment happened, they rewarded him. They said, "Look, this is your hospital." A lot of people don't know that, but that's literally in history. It's not
I
something.
didn't know. I'm glad
Yeah,
you
his
told me.
name is R.R. Moulton. M-O-R-T-O-N. Is a black dude.
Martin.
Yep.
Martin.
Yep.
Oh, Ton.
Black
Okay,
dude.
Martin.
So
Got you.
I agree with you. They send somebody of our kind and kind of like, we already know he's not good, but he's for the cause. Just like remember in the Matrix, they sent I think it was Agent Smith, but he came into the real world and he had the rags on. He looked like everybody else in the world. You don't remember that in the Matrix? I forgot his name.
I don't have to remember in the Matrix. 2 and 3 was garbage. Now listen to me. 2 and 3 was nothing but a garbage and a dream because they try to flip it around and take it in another direction and take it into another concept area.
Right. Okay.
So I had to make it a dream, and that Neo and Trinity and Morpheus never died. Because if 2 and 3 was reality, then there is no Morpheus, no Trinity, and no, and for the fourth installment.
Right.
So when you read the fourth installment, it was a dream. 2 and 3 was garbage, and it was a dream, and the fans agreed because they didn't like it.
Right.
So
And architect
this
is the devil.
This
Go
is for
on.
me. This is for me. I have a question for you. What
Go
involvement?
on.
What involvement did you have in the fourth version of the movie? Because I didn't see it.
That was not the fourth installment. The real fourth installment, they offered me $30 million for it. It had been out since 2010. Next year, that means it's been out for 13 years.
Well,
And it's selling globally around the world. So all the fans had already known and read the fourth installment before they saw the garbage movie, the regurgitation.
This new version that just came out. I don't know what.
That's regurgitation. That is not the Matrix. That is Tiffany with a husband and 2 children. Wait a minute.
Explain it for him.
Wick. That is John Wick and not Neo. Neo don't look like John Wick. Go back and look at Neo in the first Matrix. Go back and look at Trinity in the first Matrix. That is Niobe. That's some old general broke down woman. And that's not Morpheus. Morpheus' son, a naked man. Morpheus never had a son. That's some homosexual stuff that they're trying to dig up to show a naked man walking around. It's supposed to be Morpheus' son. He never got married. He never died. What the hell is going on with people?
So look, we had a conversation on the phone, right? So I want you.
They can't even put no more Matrix or Terminator stuff
Right.
out in images.
Right. So
because wait, he got to know this.
Okay.
Once I won that lawsuit, September the 25th, 2014, and two judges, federal judge ruled on it that Matrix and Terminator, well, everything I said in my amended complaint was true, that it belonged to me, that it came from my copyrighted script and book, my copyrights. So they could not come out. That's why when they sold those avatars is witchcraft, because you don't have no avatar. Avatar is an ascending master. James Cameron is a warlock, a witch, a male witch, warlock. He was teaching body, demon possession. To go out and take a body and go spy on a group of people and use the body is demon possession. It is not your avatar. Calling a body an avatar, a body is not an avatar. An avatar is an ascending master that controls the elements. It had a movie and a game that children played. James Cameron took the name from the children's game in the movie. They changed the name from Avatar to Airbender. And then James Cameron stole from 12 people, including Disney, and created what he called Avatar. And the reason why you haven't seen nothing on it, because who does he have to steal from? I have one guy to get his copyrights. I have another guy to get his copyrights to the Black Panther movie. That's why you don't see no more Black Panther movie. All you see is a girl now in Wakanda. You see some garbage that's getting ready to come out. James Cameron claims it's going to come out, but he's scared because those people are still appealing the cases. You think I'm joking? I'll send it over to you. He stole from 12 people. Their lawyers sold some of them out. They're still appealing the case. It doesn't take from 2009 to 2022 for you to figure out why he haven't come out with nothing else. So, are you kidding me?
Right.
So this is the reason. Like I said, I'm just. I saw whatever they call that Matrix movie or whatever.
That's not any Matrix. Look, Matrix is a generic word. Listen to me. The word Matrix is a generic. Let me teach you some law. Just like the word cola is a generic. Anybody can use cola. Anybody can use Matrix, but you can't use the Matrix. You can't use Pepsi Cola, Coca-Cola, RC Cola, Shasta Cola. Wait, you can come out right now and call it Bubba Head Cola, but it ain't gonna be Coca-Cola. You can make it, you can reference and make people think they're drinking Coke because they do it all the time and they don't get into no trouble because they got another name for the generic. You can't even copyright the word Matrix. You can't copyright the word cola because it's a generic. It belongs to everybody. Matrix Poker, Matrix Toyota, Matrix Convergence, Matrix Insurance. But they ain't got nothing to do with the Matrix. That movie was just like a documentary, but a regurgitation of the 1999 talking about it, but with John Wick. That's why you didn't see the Wick series come out no more, because they wrecked it so bad for the John Wick franchise that they had to push it back because it was so horrible to the people's senses to see John Wick look like a lame. It was horrible to see Trinity not fighting, but got a man and two children flying around looking stupid.
What Trapper, we trying to say is, if you watch the new Matrix movie, it's like they don't have the Matrix in it. If you like say you Google like the Matrix, right? It's not even green anymore. It's blue.
I get it.
They can't even use. They can't use the logo. They can't use anything after the judge's ruling.
I got it, but that was not my question.
What was the question?
Well, I asked it, but we went into somewhere else. All I wanted to know is, did you have any involvement in what they recently released?
Why in the hell would I have some involvement in some bullshit when wait a minute. When I've already released the real fourth installment and they offered me $30 million for it, and all the fans know about it except for you. Because you haven't heard my 5,000 interviews. Wait a minute, hold up. You asked me a question. You asked me a question Let me answer the question. I'm not into giving people bullshit. So why would I have something to do with some bullshit that is going to take the fans and make them start talking bad and asking for their money back and showing that, hey, these people, they just pulled some wool over our eyes. They never wrote The Matrix or Terminator. They've been bullshitting us for years. So why would I have any involvement? And wait, why would they mess with my other copyright for the fourth installment when they asked to pay $30 million because they're going to get caught and go to jail now? Because all the fans been reading it for almost 13 years. Next year would be 13 years that the fourth installment's been out, and you didn't even know it.
Okay.
It's been published since 2010, the real fourth installment. Go on Amazon right now and look at the 5-star reviews.
Okay, here's you asked why, right? There's a bunch of whys. And you said all the fans know it except for me. Well, I'm in Jamaica and there's 3 million people here. There's a bunch of people in Trinidad, Tobago, the entire Caribbean, South America, and then a bunch of people on the motherland who are like me. We're completely oblivious to this. The reason why I asked you this is so that when people see this interview, that question may pop up in people's minds.
People already know. They already know.
No,
they already know. I'm talking about it. You didn't know because I'm gonna tell you why you didn't know.
I know
because you're not a fan of the Matrix and Terminator. That's why you don't know. No, wait a minute.
Hold on. No, listen. Hold on. Try for me. I got you. He's a fan. He's a really fan, but he don't. What he's saying is he's not. I'm gonna let him speak for it. Speak for yourself. Go ahead.
What I'm saying is this: there are people who are not aware. Like I watched the first Terminator movie. I like it. I watched the first The Matrix movie. I like it. There's sequels I don't like and I don't watch them. That's why I said I haven't watched this version. And I seen the reviews and it's gotten bomb. It's like subsequent from the original, they seem to just get worse as time goes on. So there's a lot of people like me who they go, after the first one, nah, they're not done. And they will ask the same question. My wife here, she's born, raised in Jamaica. She hasn't seen any Matrix movie whatsoever. In fact, I showed her last year with her friend the first Matrix movie, and then we brushed past the other two because the other two weren't even good.
There are 7 billion people on the earth. 7 billion people. Every day somebody is gonna wake up and see the movies for the first time, the 1999 Matrix and so forth. Mm-hmm. Every day you cannot reach 7 billion people on earth. There's some 7 billion people. Some people don't even know about Twitters. Some people have never heard of Johnny Carson. Some people have never heard of Wu-Tang. My point is this. Every day when you do wake up and you discover it, it's going to add more fans. And those who are interested are going to dig for the truth. So you're not going to wake up 7 billion people and no matter what you do here on earth, it is never going to happen that people are going to consciously wake up and say, oh my God, we all know the same thing.
I think you're imposing something on me, which I'm not.
I'm not imposing on you. I'm generalizing and speaking to the general public because that's who I'm talking to. I'm not talking to you. You're asking questions that some of them may be interested in, want to know the answers to. That I love, but that does not cover 7 billion people.
Well, it's not meant to cover 7 billion. I'm not trying to. What I'm saying is there are people who do not know anything about.
There's gonna always be people that's not gonna know. That's
Sophia, hold on. Let's try to get it right quick.
I'm trying to actually. Someone comes into this interview and they go, for the first time, they're learning about the Matrix because it's obvious you can't cover 7 billion people. So they're coming into this. They become interested in the interview, your work, everything you've done in the past, and anything leading to the future. These questions I'm asking may be questions that other people might want to ask, but they will never have access to interview you like this because another obvious elephant in the room.
Let me tell you something. I've been around for a long time, and I'm in the media archive, not just the internet. The internet is nothing but a distribution platform. People can gossip on there. They can troll on there. They can do all kind of bullshit they want on there. But when people go out and search for the truth, and people are interested in finding that, they know where to go to the news archive and find the truth. Anything that you're interested in and you go and investigate and you start looking for it, you'll get the answers. That's the kind of people I'm interested in. I'm not interested in 7 billion people knowing about the truth. I'm like God. They need to find out and seek the truth on their own. They need to ask the bigger questions that's going to concern them.
Yes.
There are some people who are not even interested in the Matrix and Terminator, and that's all good too.
Yes,
because it was only created to wake up those who want to unplug. There are people, like I told you, take the red pill, you see how deep the rabbit hole goes. That's a choice.
Okay.
You take the blue pill and you die and lie and kill for the lie and you go to sleep.
Let me give you an example then. Okay, so I knew about you and I knew about your work, but I don't know you as directly as a person or how to get in contact with you, whatever the case may be. When Reg told me about you, he says he wants to do an interview. I was like, oh, wow, you're going to do an interview? You actually going to get a chance to do an interview with her? I'm like, yes. A person like me who have seen The Matrix, and I've looked up some of the stuff, and I looked up your lawsuit and the whole, that's why I argue on your behalf and say, no, she has a copyright. So the rest of this argument is stupid. It doesn't even make any sense. If she owns a copyright, she won the lawsuit, then everything else you're telling me is what you think you know. I'm like, this is like, she has it, that's it. Whatever they're doing while these movies are coming out is irrelevant. She clearly has a copyright. I want to know more about the truth. I'm in this interview to ask you questions. Now, there are some people younger than me who do not have the access to this that may come across this interview because we're in a different circle of people where we can get this interview out. So I'm asking some layman questions which the average person might think of so that you would provide them the answer. That's
the reason why I'm answering the question is simple. You have internet. Everybody has internet. People can Google. Matrix has 2 to 3 billion fans globally. I mean, people from all over the world contact me, from the Arab country, Dubai, from the Spanish countries, everywhere.
Yes.
Italy, Africa itself. I mean, if you saw the roster and saw that I'm on all the social network, I'm on all the internet, I'm in the archives of the news. Now we live in the 20th century where you can go anywhere and find out whatever you want to know if you really want to know bad enough. Otherwise, just go to sleep, because some things is meant for some people and some things are not meant for others.
At the same time, I'd rather hear it from the horse's mouth than look it up. So
I've done over 5,000 media interviews. This is not my first rodeo. I've been interviewing, I've been interviewing nonstop, since 2001, when ABC broke my story, October the 17th, 2003. But my first interview was 2001 with DJ Kyle, Radio, Greensboro, North Carolina. He broke the story at 6 o'clock mainstream time, and it went viral. And then ABC, and from ABC, I have never stopped interviewing. Paid interviews every day, every month, day in. But listen, sweetie, 7 billion people on Earth. You can never, no one can ever reach that kind of hunger. People have to search for the truth and look for it themselves. I'm not here, like Kanye West's song, to turn atheists into believers. I'm not here to lead you somewhere or wake you up. You're here to find out the truth on your own.
Which is why I'm asking the question.
And why I'm giving the answer to the multitude. I'm not here to convince you of who wrote The Matrix or Terminator, who it belongs to, where did the message come from? It came from God. But you got to find that out on your own. Everyone out there that's interested in The Matrix or Terminator, they're going to find that out. I have no problems with the fans that I have. And like I said, my work, 2 to 3 billion fans, my accomplishments, going in there, defeating several law firms. One law firm had over 100 attorneys. I sued 4 law firms. I went in pro se. David and Goliath story. The media was there. 4 media outlets. They didn't even cover it. They didn't cover the story for the masses. If you have a problem, it's because the media is not doing its job for you. And that's something you need to take up.
Well,
because if you're dummied down by the media you're not getting the news you're supposed to get,
the truth
you
of
have
the
a problem with the media, not me.
Hold on. It said 10 minutes again. So if it cuts off again, I'm gonna keep doing the same thing. Yeah, go ahead, Trevor.
No one has a problem. No one has a. Well,
no, I'm speaking in general. I'm not talking to you because this is not directed at you. You're asking a question that the multitude or somebody may be interested, and I'm answering to the universal you.
Okay.
For the people out there, because this is the correct answer. Because it's your job to deal with the media. It's your job to search out the truth on your own.
The media
I'm here to deliver a message, and that's what I'm doing.
The media is actually doing its job. Their job is to distort the truth. They're part of the system.
Not all of them. Let's put it like this. There's good and bad everything. There's good and bad people commingling. There's good Illuminatis, bad Illuminatis, good judges, bad judges. Wait, good cops, bad cops. There are KKK cops, KKK judges, Ku Klux Klansmen. There are Brook Brother politicians that are KKK, Ku Klux Klansmen. So we got good and bad commingling. And if you want to find out something, you go to the good people. If you're about truth, you seek the truth with truth seekers. And if you're about lies, those are your people. Go deal and dwell with the liars. But it's a choice. You choose where you want to go and where you're going to end up. You choose it. That's what the Matrix is telling you. It's not telling you, hey, everybody got to believe the truth. Everybody got to believe a lie. No, it's what you choose to do here, where you choose to go. That's what it's all about. Choices. You take the red pill, see how deep the rabbit hole goes. You take the blue pill, love the lie, go to sleep and dwell in the lie and protect it and fight for it and die for the lie. That's what's going on here. God is not going to take your choice from you. He doesn't take choices. He don't say everybody needs to believe the truth. He doesn't say everybody needs to believe the lie. He says, what are you going to do with the truth or the lie? I feel the same way he feels.
That's expressed in one scene in the second film where Neil was talking to the architect when he's like, the problem is choice. And then the architect was trying to say, no, that's not it. And it's like, no.
The architect is nothing but the devil. That's all the architect in the movie was, nothing but the devil. That's why it's a dream. Because he's the devil. Because everybody knows that you choose evil or you choose good here. You choose to do good and you come out with good. You choose to do evil and you're going to go another way. You end up dead, behind prison or homeless or whatever, a real horrible way to go. But it's your choice where you go and how you end here.
That's true.
That's a fact.
I 100% agree. I always saw the architect as the devil anyway. So that stupid ass line he said, what do I look like? Human when the oracle, which was you, was saying, you gonna keep your word? And he's like, what do I look like? Like a human? And I'm like, yeah. I found it funny because I'm like, you asked, what do you look like? Well, you do look human. So you are a liar. So I found that funny that when he said that, I'm like, what do I look like? I'm like, well, you look human. Well, we know you're not. Like, you're the devil and you're a liar.
Sophia, I think your mic is muted if you're talking.
She is?
No, not yours, hers. Oh, Sophia, hold on. Sophia, your mic. Can't hear you. Uh-oh. You hear? Try for it? You hear?
I can hear you. I can't hear her.
Yeah, her stuff frozen.
Do you think the Zoom has to be refreshed again?
Well, it posted that 10 minute thing. So in 10 minutes, but it's not the reason why she cut out. I think it's just maybe her internet or some her phone. Cause she had called, like she had a phone call. She had got a phone call like earlier, but she ended and the screen froze and then it came back and she could see her taps on her phone like she got a phone call. But I think it's just her phone.
Is she frozen on her camera? Like, does it look like she's frozen?
Yeah, she ain't. Yeah, it's frozen.
There you
go. There you go.
She's back?
No,
Sophia?
it's gone. She gone. It left.
Okay, then you'd have to re-invite her back. I think what you wanted to start a brand new one, and then I can only do about. Oh crap! Hold on, let me see this time.
5:55.
Damn it! All right.
If you gotta go, you just gotta go.
Before I go, let's do another 10-minute call, and then I'll thank her for having me on and taking my questions. I like to do a proper ending. I don't just walk out on
I understand. Me, I'm about to end this. I gotta end it because it don't make sense to stay in it for 10 minutes. They're gonna cut off anyway.
Yeah, end this and resend the invite again. Okay.
Yeah, it ain't take that long. All right, we going to a commercial break right quick, y'all. All right.
Calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand, or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
They try and vaccinate black people. Got me blocking the shot like Shaq Diesel. Know you heard of the woman and of that eagle. Fleeing from the dragon in the book, we are that people. 400 years a slave, I am that Hebrew. In the last days with the pole, I am that lethal. I'm just trying to get it right with the right plan. Crackers trying to put a mark in my right hand and my forehead. Can't buy and I can't sell, and I can't breathe, can't yell, and I can't smell. COVID-19 in the air while I inhale. Am I in hell or America? I can't tell. Is it Babylon the Great or another game? Cause when you been here this long, it all look the same. We still made it to the end, look how we took that pain. After they took us from my land and took us from my name. Ashamed in the kitchen, breaking like Ben Simmons. But now I'm on repentance. Don't know how many chances Yahweh gon' give him before he get done with him. So I keep pole, that's Bible and gun with him. Middle finger to Joe and whoever that run with him. 400 plus years, it only been one victim. And so I keep the Hawks trade with the Nate with him. It's only 12 tribes and I'm at the gate with them. We still can't breathe, but the wickedest man can. The next time they see me on my knees, I'ma aim can. If Torah can't fix them, then I promise the flame can. Shooters all on the floor like the Warriors game plan. Cause freedom not free and charity not cheap. So I know how much they charging them niggas that's like me. No bargains for the ones at the bottom, we all suffer. So I'm only looking out for my brothers. Chef talk, cause it's a big difference between righteous and right. The brightness and the light, a massacre and a fight. I'm asking you with no mask on, I'ma come after you. They stole our blood covenant, crackers gotta be Draculas. Put us in them chains when they brought us over from Africa. We still in them chains from San Quentin to Attica. Still wearing their names, no wonder why they not mad at us. They divided the 12 mathematics, ain't adding up.
Trying to make them into believers or whatever, or lead them someplace. I'm here to speak for God, and I'm gonna speak it.
Yeah, we had to reset anyway, so it was kind of on time. But he about to come back. He about to come back too. I just sent him a link.
Yeah, I'm sorry because he got cut off. They cut me off right when he was talking. I didn't get to hear what he said or nothing.
Yeah, the Zoom. I don't know. Like a Zoom on PC is, I guess, different from mobile. On mobile,
no.
you could
I've
be
seen
on
Zoom. I've seen Zoom do this when you start speaking the truth. I've seen.
That too.
I've done 5,000 media interviews. I've seen where they cut it off. Well, my girl from Atlanta, her name is Abundance, where she had to get off that platform and get on another platform and keep it going because she said, "I'm not gonna let them do me in." So thank you.
But that's different.
And went on another platform, but she kept it going.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do.
She said this has never happened. A lot of them told me that.
Right.
I say, I've been on interviews. I've done 5,000 interviews. I've been interviewing nonstop since 2001.
Yeah. So when
I've been in the media since 1979 with Roots. In the 80s with Muhammad Ali and the pro football player Anthony Davis, my fiance Ali, and my boyfriend Anthony Davis, USC. So I've been in the media for a long, long time. I've seen it all.
Yeah, when I do my podcast on Saturdays, and it cuts off, it cuts off, and then refresh the stream, and then it will lose. Let's say I have like 10 viewers. It will cut off and refresh, and I don't have the viewers no more.
I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna blow your mind because they're trying to get rid of your views. I've never seen a system when you go on Facebook and Instagram and see them shaking their asses and selling ass and titties,
Yeah.
and then you get cut off and blocked and banned for the truth on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Do you hear what I just said? But you can see as much ass and titties
Right.
and prostitution and whoredom as everything that the devil profits and sell off all day long. Never get cut off, never get taken down, don't have a wrinkle.
Negative
Am I
sales
right or
more.
wrong?
Yeah, you're right. Negative sales. It's always been like that. It's always been like that. I seen I see somebody they didn't use curse words. They didn't go after anybody, but just speaking the truth about something that was going on with, like, let's say, like a media or political. It was no disrespectful, and they got banned for that. There's no curse word. There's nobody going after anybody or point out. But a person could put like Twitter. I go on Twitter and porn, like women OnlyFans and porn just pop up, and I'm not following nobody doing that. I'm not doing it. It just pops up, and then somebody could just talk. Somebody could make one little comment about like being political, Republican or Democrat, and they get cut off, banned, permanent ban. But when it comes to them posting sex or also like it never get knocked down. Matter of fact, I gotta make an argument. It get more views. They push it more. I gotta make an argument with that. So
Yeah, I've seen it. I got 1,000,000 hits on TikTok when I went on the Armstrong Williams show. This girl, Bree Star, looked like she's a Spanish girl or white girl. She was talking about the Third Eye Matrix and Terminator book. She got 478,000 hits on TikTok because it's owned by the Chinese, and the government can't regulate it. You can make money off of TikTok, but they're gonna regulate how much money you make off of these other social networks. Now maybe it's a good thing that Elon Musk on Twitter's, because the other ones are very controlling about what money you make. And this is why a lot of people can't become multimillionaires or billionaires, because they control the social network on who makes money and who sell their soul to the devil and what the devil can make off of the people's publishing rights or whatever they sell to them or get to them. But you can get rich through God. I got rich through God. Everybody, there's a lot of wealthy people who have gotten rich through God, and there's people who sold their souls, and you pay to the piper, you dance to the music, you're going to pay to the piper, he's going to come and collect, and you don't know when he's going to collect on you. Right. You could be old, or you could be young, or indifferent, or you could be around and leading people to hell for a good 80 or 90 years before he comes and collect, or he might just get you overnight. You might have a one-night hit wonder.
Right. Well, go ahead, Chopper. Yeah, go ahead. You was talking. You were talking and cut off. Go ahead.
Yeah, Johnson, go right ahead. I'm sorry I didn't get to hear it. It cut off.
No, I heard your part when you just said God comes to collect. And yeah, at any time. You'll collect when you're old, when you're young, right in the middle. You'll never know.
Well, if you dance to his music, you got to pay to the piper, because you got to realize you're asking him for something. You're asking him to be famous. You're asking him for money. You're asking him for whatever that you want. When you can ask God, God says, knock and the door should be open, ask and you shall receive. He clearly tells you that, and you don't have to be owing. Whatever he gives you is forever. You don't have to be, collecting on you.
Right.
I try to teach people this. Why do you need to go through the devil for a quick fix and quick fame when it's not going anywhere?
There's a word. It covers.
Well, they don't have to go that route. I mean,
no.
Again, we're talking about choices that we were talking about before we got cut off. Mm-hmm. God gives us choices. You have the choice to do what's right. You have the choice to do whatever you want to do, wrong, evil, good, bad, whatever. And nobody should be the judge of it. That's on you. Ain't nobody is gonna pay no time for you. Ain't nobody gonna go to hell for you. You're gonna go yourself. You're gonna go and do the time. Whatever is gonna what you're gonna reap from it. Whatever you sow, you're gonna reap for it. So you need to think about this, people. I'm talking about the universal you. You need to think about your choices out here. And I told people, I was telling my husband, you get what you give. You give evil, you're going to get evil. You give love, you're going to get love. You give lies, you're going to get lies. You give the truth, you're gonna get the truth. You're just a mirror reflection of what you're giving to others. And if you're getting something bad, then you need to put yourself in check and see what you're doing to receive that negativity. I don't complain because my life is great. I give love, I give help. I'm very frank up front. I'm from New York City. I'm very blunt, straight to the truth. If you can't handle it, you can't deal with it, that's not my problem. It's what I came to do. I'm keeping it real. This is what I came to do. Yes.
Sophia, I don't mean to cut you off. I actually wanted to come back on to thank you for actually even having me in the presence to ask you these questions and to get the answers.
I loved it.
You have no idea. Reg, thank you for actually telling me to come on, because I actually was booked for something to do today, and I just moved it to the side because I'm like, what's the chance that I'm ever going to be able to be a part of this and learn from you and learn about you directly from the horse's mouth? I'm not going to get this chance. So what I had to do was not that important. It could be done later on. And it's really, there's something to do with Halloween anyway. And I don't celebrate Halloween, so whatever.
I don't celebrate Halloween either. I made a sarcastic remark to some people. Oh, like, woo, Halloween. And they were taking it serious. Hey, I'm being sarcastic. I worship God. I don't worship what happens on Halloween night to the kids and to the people out there. And Halloween is the biggest thing shown in school. That is what is celebrated in school, is All Hails Night.
Which is crazy.
Not crazy to me. Not crazy to me. It's about right. And let me tell you something. I hope you come back and we do a part 2, because I love it. I love the blunt straight, and you can bring it on, like the little cheerleader said. Bring it on.
Yes.
Because the more deeper you get, the more truthful I'm gonna come in there with it.
There are some. It's not really hard-hitting questions. There's just some questions that create mass food for thought, and I think your answers will open the floodgates to those. And I would definitely love to come on again if you can set this up, Reg, where we'll have more time and I can ask some real serious questions.
Please do.
From Sophia, because I believe she's older than both of us. She's been through.
Well, you don't know how old I am, and you can't tell me what I've been through, because I damn sure don't know what you've been through, or homeboy there, Reg. I don't know what you've been through, so you don't know what I've been through. So stop reading that internet bullshit, because that is not true. When you work for God, you do not go through nothing. But when you sell your soul to the devil, you're gonna go through hell.
Yeah.
Well,
for whatever you get.
What I'm saying is this: you've been.
No, I have not been through. No. Don't give people that bullshit image. Don't put that in their minds. Don't put that in their thoughts. That is bullshit. That is bullshit. When David went up against Goliath, he did not go through no bullshit.
Well, what
he didn't go through any struggles. Listen to me. He ate the food off of the altar that was put there for God.
Yes.
And when you're working for God, you do not go through no bullshit. So y'all need to take that movie stuff and shove it somewhere. Because let me tell you, let me tell you, I've done the David and Goliath, and it ain't what you keep people thinking, what y'all are saying on the internet. And I have not gone through nothing. I could not be a success and beat those people and do the accomplishments. You have not read my accomplishments, so you don't even know them.
No, but I'm not saying that. You're taking the context of what I'm saying wrong.
No, I ain't taking nothing out of content, because you can't tell me what I've been through. I'm sorry. No one can do that.
Hold on, Sophia. Hold on. Let me get it.
Yeah, well, you need to use some other words, because those are the wrong ones.
What I'm saying is,
you need to say what you really need to say, but don't tell me what I've been through, because you have not been on my journey. You have not looked over my shoulders. You don't know I don't even know you. And I wouldn't dare be presumptuous. No, you don't even know my journey. You do not know my journey. Wait, I want you to go and read and study my journey. And when the next time we come here, we talk on a real term.
I have never written a movie. I have never written a book. I've never been in anything.
Oh my God.
or
Hold
publish
on, Sophia.
or
Hold on. Go ahead.
anything you have done. And that's the point I'm making. The things you have accomplished, like vast dwarfs anything I've accomplished. That's my point. I'm not telling you what you've been through in a negative connotation. You're making it negative.
I am not making it negative. You said I know what you've been through, and I said you do not know what I've been through.
No,
no one knows what I've gone through except for me, and I'm the only person that can make that statement.
What I'm saying
now
you
need to change your words.
Hold on. Hold on, Sophia. Hold on.
Words has a way of casting spells on people.
Yes.
There's a certain way you say words that articulate to someone some things. And who knows words greater than me, because I am an author of several books. I am a screenwriter. I am an attorney. I am a producer. You understand what I'm talking about? So who knows words better than me?
Yeah. Okay.
And that's where witchcraft comes, and the separations of what God is talking about. And when people get caught up in spells and spellings and words.
Hold on, Sophia.
I'm sorry, but I'm a teacher.
Hold on, Sophia. Let me get it. Go ahead.
Well, since I'm not a lawyer like you or whatever, then it's just very difficult for me to speak, because I'm just some regular guy from Jamaica. So
you're not a regular guy. It's the way you speak, because it has nothing to do with articulation. Anybody can be articulate, and they don't have to be educated. They don't have to be any mayor or politician. All they got to do is be straight with their facts.
All due respect, but I cannot speak. Anything I say is being anything I try to say or I try to explain is being over-explained. So you're never understanding what I'm trying to say, because you're already
understand very clearly.
Hold on, Sophia. Hold on, try for us.
Not explain.
Hold on, try for us. Sophia, let him get his stuff out, and then you can respond, please. Just to get it like getting the order. That's it. I'm not trying to knock anything y'all saying down. I'm just saying in order.
That you have gone through in terms of.
You don't know what I've gone through in terms of anything.
You're not even me to finish the statement.
Yeah,
so you can
I already know what the statement is about. Listen, I'm going to go ahead and go. I'll see you.
I was going to say the experience that she went through in creating the Terminator and the Matrix, right? Writing those, we would never know anything about that because we don't write anything. And that's a fact. That's not an opinion.
Yeah, so but this what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call her because I'm gonna tell you why. I should have warned you. It's my fault. I should have warned you.
No, the reality is that in her mind, some of the things I'm saying, she's already making assumptions of what I mean by what I said. She's not allowing me to explain what I mean. Right. If I don't use her words, and that's why I said I'm not a lawyer. I'm an average person. Right. She's been in a world where she's defeated big corporations and fought off against other lawyers that use spells and witchcrafts and stuff like that. We don't do that. So we don't know all of that stuff. This is not something I'm going by what she said. So that's why I said you've experienced things we don't. Like which law firm have we fought? We haven't fought any, but she has fought some. So when I say the things you have gone through, you can't tell me what I've gone through. I'm not telling you what you've gone through. I'm commenting on what you said you went through. That's all I'm doing. So and it looks like anything I says, there's feedback. Clearly there is a thing she had, because she left. The fact that she would not allow me to finish my statement means that there's an issue she has with me, and there's no need for me to go back and forth. I'll just leave it alone. I just won't talk to her because she's not interested in hearing what I have to say. She wouldn't even have the humility to say, let me hear this whole thing first.
Right, and that's what I try to do. I try to say, hold on, let him get out first, and then so you can understand. Right.
The fact that she wouldn't let me get that off, what means that she already has an ideal of what type of person in her mind she thinks I am. And I'm like, how can you say you already know when I haven't even finished the statement?
Right.
You said you fought these big corporations. We're just common people. We've never fought no big corporations. In the eyes of God, we're not common people. But in the context of her versus us, we are. We don't talk to anybody about multi-million-dollar deals. We don't have corporations stealing our ideals and making millions of dollars off of that. So contextually, no, we cannot be with her. But she's making it into something else. And I'm like, that's not what I'm talking about.
But
and she did that through the entire interview. Let it rock, because I'm like, I don't want her to think I'm some guy here trying to attack her. The reason why I asked her that question about, do you think she had anything to do with the fourth movie? I asked that question so she can say, no, of course I wouldn't have anything to do with it, or whatever our answer would be, so that anyone who would go out on the internet and say, well, she was a part of the fourth movie. You know how people make lies and come up with rumors. There is something that someone asked her that question, like actually in an interview on the 9th podcast or whatever podcast we're doing or whatever, she was asked that question. She said she had nothing to do with the movie. There's a statement from there. Someone can look it up. That's why she said herself. People need to look it up. Exactly. And this would be one of those things to look up. But the way she's answering the question, she's answering like, no, why would I have anything to do with the movie? And I'm like, I'm just asking you so you can give the answer. It's not for me. It was for me because I didn't really know. So I was one of those people who want to know. So like, there's other people like that. That you turned in, I'm not here to wake up 8 billion people or 7 billion. I'm like, no one said that. I'm like, you can't wake up 8 billion people. No one.
Here's me. This is from me. Can you hear me? Wait, I don't think you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Here's my thought. I think it's because she been in a defensive mode for however long. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what it is.
Right.
That's why there's certain things that just like, okay, don't ask these things because she may think you're trying to attack. Right. She may think you're trying to put her in a position to say something or create a narrative that isn't as is. Or I'm like, no, I'm not saying that. That's why I literally said, you've been in certain things. You don't know what I've been in. No, you literally explain what you've been in. And I'm just saying, those things that you've been in, me and Reg will never know anything about that. That's all I was trying to say. But she wouldn't let me finish the other half of the statement.
Yeah, that's why I told her, like, you know, let him get it out. Here's what we say, right? So you got like, because she kept saying, and you gotta notice this too. And I kind of that's why I sat down. I didn't really say too much, but I let it kind of ride out. You said watch your words, like, and that's why she kept bringing up. That's why the police, when you get arrested, it says, you don't gotta speak or anything like that. Wait till your lawyer come. She been doing that for 30, 40 years, so she's gonna be like, anything you say, she gonna automatically try to like knock it down. That's why I'm kind of like trying to like, I wasn't trying to. I let her say what she say and then leave it like that because. She in defense mode the whole time. I know me. That's why I told her, I say, hold on, let them finish, so she can understand. But she didn't like them 2 or 3 words. Maybe didn't like them 2 or 3 words. But I know, but she don't know how me and you gonna come. She think how everybody else is gonna come. You know what I'm saying? How everybody else come. You know what I'm saying?
She's from New York, and she has to understand that when you're talking, like, 1, you're not from New York. 2, I'm no longer from New York. I'm in Jamaica. And the way we see things down here is not the way it's seen up there. We see 2 different things. Right. There may be some that we're compatible with, we have an understanding too, or whatever the case may be. So we have a general understanding to it. But she can't keep sitting here and thinking like she's sitting here thinking I'm saying I know what she's been through. No, I only know what you said, and I'm commenting off what you said. I don't know you as a person. I don't know your life. I don't know what you grew up in. And I'm not commenting on your life or what you're growing up in. I'm just saying the things you have gone through regarding the Terminator movie. I just want to just say that. I'm talking about your movies and your work and these people you fought. I'm not talking about you. I don't know you.
Right.
And she's making it personal. You don't know what me I've gone through. Only God knows. I can only comment on what you've said. And I'm talking about that. I don't know what it is to fight and beat the system that has all this money against you. And I just want to congratulate her because very few people in God's circle do that. I can't get that off.
Right. I try. About to say I tried. I tried. I'm like, let them talk. Let them get it out. And it's something. That's why I kind of. It's a lot of remarks she said that I didn't like. But I'm like, that maybe that's just some. That maybe that's how she is. Like, so I'm gonna call. I'm gonna call her. I'm gonna call her. She gonna probably. She probably. I tried. I had like 4 different phone calls. I should have warned you of like certain things she don't like. She don't take well. Like I like in the South we'll say ma'am or we'll say we be respectful, Mrs. Ma'am, whatever. She don't like that. She said, don't call me Mrs. or don't call me ma'am. Call me Sophia Stewart. I'm like, cool. That's cool. That's cool. So, I know from New York, y'all might not. I mean, she's from New York, so it's different. South, like I heard, like most of the people in Israel, like in the Israelite group I'm in, they from New York, so I know they'll tell me all the time in New York and in the South, it's two totally different things. So like I said, she been in defensive mode for 30 some years, and she had to defend her name, and she had to watch what she say. And she didn't like that's why she didn't come. She kind of didn't come at me like that because I had a conversation with her like that, and she got comfortable with me. She don't she just met you today. That's why what I was trying to do is I'm gonna call her. I'm like, look, Trifle with me. Trifle is with us. He's not against you. None of that. She know, but she should have known that. But I don't know. She's not really good
It's,
with.
it's okay. You can just explain to her that all I was saying is that the experiences she went through creating the Matrix and the Warner Brothers and fighting those scumbags and beating them. I'm just what's the word for this? What's the proper word for this when you're I'm inspired by those things to know that she was able to defeat them. Right. And like we will not that we will never know, but we don't know what that experience is about. And it's good to see that there's somebody, who follows God that can tell that story. Yeah.
Somebody else said
Jagan has the key. Huh? No, we're not live anymore. Jagan has the key. Yeah, we as far as I'm concerned, like I'm just inspired by that. The fact that she even beat those guys, and that's a win on the board for the good guys. So that's all I wanted to let her know. Like, thank you for for staying true and fighting these bastards who steal, because they're always stealing from us. You know how that goes. So you can give her the better verbiage, and like after she left the call, I explained that to you, so you can bring it to her in that message. That I just wanted to thank her for being who she is and fighting a good fight and you know what I'm saying and being able to defeat those guys or whatever, because we don't know what that is. And that's just the reality. We don't know what that is. So we will never know what she went through to do that.
Right.
And that doesn't mean she went through something bad. Her going through, it's like David. Okay, David beat Goliath. God help David, but I ain't never fight Goliath.
Right.
See what I'm saying? I don't know what David went through to fight Goliath. What I do know is that David beat Goliath. That's what I do know. And you watched David beat Goliath. So it's like, that's some good shit. And so it's not.
And it wasn't no easy fight though. I think that's what you're trying to explain. I know that's not an easy fight, David versus Goliath. And
I don't know what type of fight that was. All I know is that I can't even imagine. That's right. The entire point. Let's replace her with David. And I'm like, I don't know what you even went through, David. And David going, you can't say what I went through. I'm like, I'm not saying what you went through. Like, all I know is you fought David. And I can't fathom what you went through fighting David, because I'm not you, and I didn't fight David. I'm just congratulating you, good shit, for beating David. Like you fought David. No, you fought Goliath. I mean, you understood what I'm saying. You fought Goliath. I've never fought Goliath. So good shit. And that's literally the context I'm saying. She fought a Goliath or whoever these people are, And I would never know what she went through in that fight. The only person who knows that is her, which is she's right about it. But what she's saying is that I'm telling her what she went through. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just saying we don't know what you went through fighting Goliath.
I mean, it's I know.
All right, let me get going.
Yeah, it was just hard. It's hard to hold. Like, it was hard to hold conversation with a like, and this what we try to do on a podcast. I'm explaining to y'all, and this what the brother Zakaria was saying. Let him finish. She was saying she was agreeing with what we were saying. I mean, he was agreeing with what we were saying. Like, let him finish first, so you can understand the basis. So she wouldn't have to get to that level and stuff like that. Let him finish, and then if when he finished and it's bad still, or if you didn't like it, you say, "Cool, I didn't like that," but don't give him the opportunity to say what he don't say. You know what I'm saying? And it was frustrating. I know I can see it all in your face. It was frustrating. I was like, I would tell him, man, all right, like, but you can't control people. I'm not trying to control people, but
I don't want to say I'm frustrated. The only thing I don't want to even say I'm upset. I'm not upset, and it's more like I'm disappointed because from what I'm thinking, it looks like she takes me as someone who's trying to misrepresent her, and I'm not. And I feel disappointed because I'm like, but I'm not trying to misrepresenting you. I see you like somebody inspiring. Like, there are a lot of our people out there that don't get their stories put out there, and even no matter how popular the story is now, and a lot of people know and whatnot, and that's unfortunate. So when you hear a Sophia Stewart like defeats whatever these companies is Warner Brothers or whoever the hell that was trying to steal her shit, when you see that she beat them up and that they stole her work, and then they tried to steal her work because she won the lawsuit, so they didn't steal it. She won and whatnot. But whatever what they tried to do, right? The fact that when they made this whatever Matrix movie that shit was, whatever that shit show that they put out recently, when that happened, like, because that shit got destroyed. That whatever the fuck that was got destroyed. Yeah. And I'm glad I didn't go and see it. And one of the reasons why I didn't want to go see it, because first of all, when I was even watching some of the trailers, I was like, wait, why is Morpheus young? Like, what the hell? Why is Morpheus then Neo's old? This doesn't even make any sense. And I was like, what the hell is going on? Like, who did they just try to break away from Stewart and just try to write the movie on their own? So many questions that went through my head, but like I was like, whatever. And so now me speaking to her, I'm like, I wonder if she had anything to even do with it. And then she answered the question, but she said, why the fuck would I have anything to do with the film? So like that question, I'm like, and that's why it was a complete shit show. So that answers its question in itself or whatever. So I got that part. I just wanted that to be there. So now anyone who watches this podcast will be like, nah, Sophia said, why the hell would you write that shit show? And it was a shit show. The shit is the worst.
It was bad.
Outside of the first, the 1999 release that they put out, it just got progressively worse. Yeah, 2 was bad. 3 was horrible. Whatever the fuck this was is just like, what the hell was that? So it just, and that's good because it just goes to show you that these scumbags, they could try to steal from God's people, but they can never replicate and redo, which is something she mentioned earlier in the interview. So that was spot on, important for her to put out. Like, you can try to steal this shit, but at the end of the day, you can't. That's the truth. You can't. You can't imitate it and do all this other nonsense, and that's where the spell crafting comes from. And then the other words. One second, you guys leaving? Anyway, let me get going because
I got 10 minutes left on a Zoom thing. I got to figure out how to get this thing long. I don't understand this Zoom.
You probably have to buy some premium setup or whatever.
But when you on the phone, it don't do that.
Oh, well, I'm on the phone now. Woo, I had to stretch. Sorry about that. But thanks for having me on, Reg. Shalom to all you and the brothers out there for the Israelites. I really got to get going, so I'm gonna dip right now.
Let me what's up? I'm gonna get part 2. I'm gonna talk to off the stream, so it's all good. I'm gonna get it right. Part 2. We're gonna have a part 2.
All right, cool. I'll love to be here. All right.
All right.
Later.
All right, y'all. Yeah, I think that went left a little bit, but it's all good. She gonna come back for part 2. I'm gonna go talk to her. Uh, she was like that. So I was on the phone with her the first time, and she was like that, and um, uh, she gotta be, I guess, comfortable, and she gotta be like, she gotta trust you. So um, I talked on the phone a couple times, and she was like that at first, but after that, she wasn't like that. She wasn't like that. I think it just me personally, I'm not saying it's true or anything like this. This is my opinion. I think she been in defense mode for so long in the courts and stuff, and then there's probably with people who wanted to be on her team and wanted to like be on her side, and they wind up messing over her. Because she mentioned it. If you listen to it, like if you go back and watch it again, she mentioned about she watched who she really like mess with. She watched who she really talk to, and a lot of people don't understand that. Like, she been in defense mode for a long time, and you notice she got to watch her. Like, she kept telling them watch the words he say, and he's not coming from a bad standpoint. I know Triforce. Me and Triforce like this. He's not coming like that, and maybe she didn't like the words he said, but I'm gonna let her know that he not like that. It's the way I came. It's the way I come. The way I come, and when I come to her like that, I'm Triforce like that too. He's not trying to destroy her or knock her down. He would never do that. Not me. I'm not like that. I don't destroy like that. But it's gonna be a part 2. Maybe she either, I don't know, calm down a little bit. I'm gonna call her as soon as I'll get off the stream. I'm gonna call her and we're gonna chop it up and we're gonna talk. But yeah, it went a little left, but we can't really and this is why I don't try to force anything on body or force the person to be here or not. But I'm gonna call her. She gonna call me. We gonna talk. We good enough to like, we close enough to like sit down and talk about it. And I'm gonna break it down to her. I'm gonna talk to her. I'm not gonna. The one thing I don't like do is confliction with not people. And Triforce is not the type of person to have confliction with a person like that. He's not gonna do that. So, and Triforce older than me. Triforce older than me. And she ordered. That's why he kept saying like she's older and she could give us knowledge and understanding. We gotta take something from her. We always gonna take something from the people that's older than us. But when it comes to like them, like them going at it, and Triforce is not a person that want to do stuff like that. I just think from her standpoint, which I understand from her standpoint of stuff she's been going through for a long time, and she don't really like trust people like that. And for me knowing Triforce, he's gonna ask questions that he really want to know. And this is why when I it's my I'm gonna say it's my fault too. Let me tell you why it's my fault. I should have warned him about certain things that she don't like. Again, she's from New York. She's from New York, and she'll say that's the first thing she said. I'm from New York. They're kind of straightforward when it comes to anything. Triforce is from New York, but he know how to turn it on and turn it off. But what I'm gonna say, that's kind of why I kind of like didn't when I asked questions, I kind of didn't try to like say I know this thing. I kind of ask questions like tell me what happened. I don't want to ask questions. I don't want to say, well, this what happened, because again, her perspective or what happened during her stuff, it didn't happen that way. It wasn't what happened that way. So I'm gonna get part 2. There's gonna be a part 2. Trust me, it's coming. And we're gonna try it again. I mean, we got a lot of questions that didn't get asked. Or I didn't ask a lot of questions that I want to. I got a lot, 4 pages full. But she's gonna come back on. I'm letting y'all know she's coming back. She's gonna come back on. And I'm gonna contact Triforce. I'm gonna call her. I'm gonna contact Triforce, and I'm gonna try to solve the issue. It shouldn't be no issue. I think she just got heated with the moment, and then Anyway, yeah, that should be it. What I'm going to do though, we're gonna break down what she said. We might do a live stream and play the video back. Once the video is set on YouTube, we're gonna get it and play it back, and then we're gonna play it and we're gonna pause it and to break down some of the stuff she was saying. So yeah, man, this is crazy. Part 2 coming though. It just I gotta go talk to him. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make things better. Yeah, that's it, man. Appreciate y'all for coming. Oh, look at this. Appreciate y'all for coming, and we're gonna still do more podcasts. I do it every Saturday around the same time. But I'm gonna take care of my kids. I'm gonna spend time with them. Just go on with the rest of my day, y'all. I appreciate y'all coming. I love y'all. This is not gonna be the last of this podcast or anything. We're gonna keep going, keep flowing. We're gonna keep bringing more people in. I'm gonna work with Sophia. She's gonna donate some books and stuff like that. I'm gonna get more celebrities and more writers that are black from the industry, for the music. It'll be music industry or entertainment industry. It don't matter. Video game industry, radio podcast industry. I'm gonna get some people on. I'm here to build relationships, and I want people who's just normal black folks who don't get the opportunity to talk to people who's higher up or in that business or stuff like that. Now, me and Trial Force and the Israelites, we don't see people who got millions of dollars or billions of dollars as these higher elites. We see them as like regular people just like us. So you will never see me like, put them above me, because everybody got their issue. Everybody got their punishment. Everybody got their time. Everybody got their love and hate relationship. But me, just like a normal person, just because they got so much money or they in this industry, doesn't mean they don't have problems. Their problems might be worse than yours. So yeah, that's it. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna try to go. I'm gonna go back in the stream. I'm gonna take the stream. I might take the stream down. I might not. But the reason why I was gonna take it down is because the Zoom stuff kept canceling and cutting off. But yeah, it's about to cut off. A couple minutes left. So yeah, that's it, man. Thank y'all for coming.